straight to the moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going. Did you buy the tip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what a tip, you wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some kitty now. Everybody, long live Ponzi. Everybody, long live Ponzi ride. Never short it. Bitcoin's back, alright.
Yes, indeed. Bitcoin is back, all right, baby. Welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down, especially after the results of the court case have just come in a few hours ago. Absolutely sensational stuff. It would be rude not to broadcast and at least go over the figures. Remember, there'll be a show tomorrow morning with Captain Bitcoin himself and me together going over the news and seeing what's happened overnight. It's going to be very exciting. Remember to join us then. But for the time being, let's get into these figures. Here we go. Rock and roll. Today's day is Monday, the 6th of December, 2021. Rock and roll. Here we go. So starting from left to right, we've got Corecoin, BTC, SegShip protocol. Everybody is going to find out that it is not Bitcoin, that it's a fraud, that it's been passing off, that the protocol has been changed, that it's got no economic fundamental value whatsoever. It's got a price of $49,000 with an economic value of 0. Oh dear. And then we got Bcrash, again, another protocol change, 0 economic value, a security offering, just like Corecoin, oh dear. Fisher Price Cash, an absolute joke. But then we've got Bitcoin, the original protocol, goes right back to the Genesis block. It hasn't changed, making it the real Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only ever digital commodity, backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on earth. Yes, indeed. So let's have a look at these figures then, a quick rundown. So Corecoin 49,167. Let's see how long that lasts, shall we? Hash rate 98.6. Let's see how long that lasts as well. Network nodes 94.6, transactions 17.61, but block size, look at that, 0.57%. And remember, it's data flow on the network that economically sustains it. It's data, that is the utility, and there is none there. Oh dear. So just for lulz, we'll have a quick chat with our main man, Pete McCormack, to see if we can explain what has happened, considering BTC used to be Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Yeah, well, when Satoshi was here, Bitcoin was a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. How far away from that are we now?
It's a completely different project.
And what would Satoshi have to say about that?
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
And what if he came back and said something like, what the hell do you think you're doing, effing up my project?
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project.
Earn his right back into the project? I just thought you said it was nothing like Bitcoin. It's a completely different project, and it didn't matter who Satoshi Nakamoto was anymore. Why would he want anything to do with a project that is nothing like the one he created? That is Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This makes no sense whatsoever. So in your opinion, what's this alternative project based on now then?
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Consensus? Do you know what proof of work is? Do you understand the significance of a chain of signatures? Did you even bother to read the white paper? Blockstream implemented SegWit on the 24th of August 2017, segregating the signatures on the chain, meaning they were accountable to nobody, which brought it under their centralized control, turning BTC from a commodity into a security and crashing its fundamental value to 0. But because you make me laugh, I'll let you have one more go at trying to convince me.
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Are you sure about that? Because it didn't sound like it to me, you fool. And Bcrash. So Roger, tell us your expectations for your centralized project. That is Bcrash.
and we're going to really spread Bitcoin crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. And what do you say to all those multinational corporations that do billions, if not trillions of dollars of global trade on an annual basis, that say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to do so?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Yeah, because that's going to work. And then we've got Fisher Price Cash, won't even bother with that. But then we've got Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin, going right back to this Genesis block. So let's have a look at these figures then. So we're hash rate 0.21%, network nodes 0.74, but transactions 77%, and block size 98.12. That's absolutely massive. So we'll just have a quick word with the creator of Bitcoin that has been proven today, Craig Wright. So Craig, tell us, what do you want from Bitcoin?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
And when you strip it all down to the bare bones, is that it?
That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
Loving that. Let me help out and I'll stick my foot right in. So let's have a look at the data here. But before we do that, Craig, can you tell us what we can expect from Bitcoin in the future?
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing so far a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, with payment channels, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
It means that sounds absolutely fantastic. So before we have a rundown of these block sizes, we'll just have a quick chat with Michael Saylor, who never fails to perk me up with his level of enthusiasm. So Michael, welcome to the show. I know you'll be on here one day. But tell me, what do you say to people like Pete McCormack, who think that Bitcoin should be just changed and messed around with and just tampered with?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, so do we, Michael, so do we, but we really like it. How do you compete with that?
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
All right, mate, calm down. Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to explain yourself. Tell us, what is it about Bitcoin that you love so much?
The way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Whoa, $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where's that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
They do sound like big blocks. What sort of numbers are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be 1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Wow, $10 million per Bitcoin or something. I mean, how's it going to fit and where's it going to go?
Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
Is that right? Well, let's have a look at these big blocks on the blockchain then. Calling out the megabytes just for you. Starting from the top, Tal has just mined a 473 megabyte block. That's absolutely huge. 17, 1, 5, 22, 12, 1, 11, 2, 17, 35, 122, 60, 22, 23, 16, 3, 94, 47, 227, 60, 408, 92, 15, 83 and 84. And remember, shitcoiners would have you believe that the blockchain shits itself at 22 megabytes. What an absolute joke shop that is. And Fisher Price Cash, yep, still struggling to get all of their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. And B Crash, no blocks over 1 megabyte. Nice one, Roger. And then Corecoin, oh dear, no blocks over 2 megabytes. And still can't get all of their blocks over 1 megabyte. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, it's not looking good, but it never did. So let's have a look at the hash rate then. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Boom. Next. Proof of work by network, Corecoin, Bcrash, Fisher Price Cash will fall into their own footprints because that's what Ponzi schemes do when they crash overnight. Figures in, so it's currently 4,757 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than it is Corecoin, and it's currently 2.1% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin than it is Corecoin. Looking good, miners might be coming over very soon. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. Transactions by network, look at that. Bitcoin starting to absolutely rocket away. Transactions per block by network, Bitcoin cruising away. Fees, so fees USD. USD is speculative and it just doesn't really mean anything. Fees SirToshi's again, oh look at that. Bitcoin coming back up. This is going to be absolutely huge. Just watch and learn, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a cracking show. So this is daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So again, it's the fee that is eventually going to surpass the block reward that will allow miners to support themselves economically, and then we have an economic self-sustaining system, which is what we want, which can only happen on the genuine Bitcoin protocol. Look at this daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Let's have a look at this proportionally. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. Absolutely huge. Let's see how far we are in front. Look at that. 1.8 terabytes in front. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. To get into the politics then in the hash rate. So this is global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. That should look similar to Corecoin because they've got 98% of the hash rate at the moment. Yeah, but that'll change soon. Bcrash water joke. That is, these people have got absolutely these miners have got no excuse whatsoever. They've not even been hoodwinked by the ticker symbol. Absolutely ridiculous. And we've got Fisher Price Cash water joke. But then we've got Bitcoin. Look at SBI Crypto suddenly turning up the heat, squeezing SV Pool down into third. That's now just having to settle for 9% of the hash rate. But this is the genuine Bitcoin. There are going to be some big players moving over very soon. Very soon. But in the meantime, the reason we're squeezing the shitcoin enterprises off the chain is because the only thing they understand is dollar worshipping, which leads on to price manipulation, which we will look at now in their short positions. Here we go. Right, where are we now? Oh, what's this? Short ratio. Look at that. It's dropped off a cliff. Look at this. Short ratio coming down, coming down, coming down. Look at that. Oh, short ratio. Where are we? What was this? Short ratio 8. What? That short ratio should be coming down. I don't trust these figures one little bit. And the longs have gone down. This is so manipulated. This is absolutely hilarious. This makes no sense whatsoever. These figures are hilarious. Oh my goodness me. These dirty traders are going to get absolutely wrecked. Look at that price dip. No manipulation there. And suddenly we've got a price bump. Oh dear, honestly, absolutely. We'll watch these figures for the humour and the lols. Dear oh dear. And Corecoin, oh look at that. See, look, they're still trying to keep the short positions low. But look at that. They were about down here over a month ago. It was just 1.4 and now we're up to 5. Oh dear, oh dear. The dirty traders are actually starting to lose their bottle. Oh, what's going on? Oh yeah, because you should be looking at other figures than just staring at the price all day. Dear, oh dear. And Bitcoin blocks live. Do we actually get to see any blocks this time? Bitcoin live. Should we wait for a little bit? So for any newbies who are watching this for the first time, what we normally see across the top here are all the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network, and they're recognized instantly with the moment they're broadcast because Bitcoin is an ultra small world mandala network. Once the transactions are recognized by the nodes, they're thrown into the memory pool, which is where they're competed for by miners and payment processors in order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin, along with a block fee. So we can see in this 786 megabyte block, in the highlighted rectangular box below, we've got the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, the time, the date, the transaction count, and total fees in the block that will eventually surpass the block rewards. Loving that. Let's have a look at movers and shakers quickly. D drive still macking it, yeah. Look at this. These are the global mining farms all around the world. Look at the size of these things. Do you honestly think a network with all of this was only meant to do 4 to 7 transactions per second, as Blockstream and BTC would have you want to believe. Oh dear, it's a joke. This is the backbone to the new global financial system, the world's first ever commercial internet. 4 to 7 transactions per second. What a joke. What a joke. At least we can laugh about it. BitInfo charts, look at this. Bitcoin starting to romp away with it, 20.8%. Loving that. Let's have a look at the linear charts here, shall we, over 3 months. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin has surpassed XRP. It is now coming for Ethereum. It really will not take long, especially when you look at the median fees on Ethereum, which we'll get to in just a minute. Scaling test network, where are we now? Still 4 gigabytes on the scaling test network and 19,308 transactions per second. That's per second. However, we have seen over 100,000 transactions per second on Terranode, demonstrated by Steve Shadders behind the scenes at the CoinGeek conference. Oh yeah. So let's have a look at protocols here. Daily data size, Meta ID producing 7 gigabytes, followed by Run Protocol with 336 megabytes. But Meta ID absolutely having a blast there. Very good. Applications. Let's have a look at Crypto Fights, because they are now back in the game. Daily data size 545 megabytes from Crypto Fights in 24 hours. Beautiful, beautiful. Trends.cash, apps ranking by money spent. So, TDXP up down in 3rd. What's going on here? What is going on here? Their wallet addresses and names that I don't recognise. Wow, the cavalry is coming. And look at this, apps ranking by performed actions. Run and Crypto Fights, they must be related. They must be related. People buying weapons and NFTs on there. Wow, exciting times, people. Crypto Quant, look at that. The exchanges have been cashing out. What date was that? November 29th. Oh, good grief. That was a week ago now. Oh my goodness me. Oh my, and look at that price dip. Look at the price dip. It's actually following the exchanges now. It's only Tether Printing that has been able to keep the price up. It's an absolute fraud. Whew, I would not want to be holding BTC now, which is why the exchanges have been dumping them before the rest of the market. Dear oh dear. What's on chain? Good question. What is on chain? Estimated next block size 136 megabytes. How many transactions over 24 hours? Over 1 million. 1,037,945 transactions in 24 hours. Phenomenal stuff. Let's have a look at Joho's meme report. Look, they've taken out Bitcoin and they've only got BTC now, which we will take the opportunity to laugh at. Look at that. You just never know when your transaction is going to be received, because they've implemented replace by feed, child pays for parent, told people not to use it, built the Lightning Network second layer solution, which basically just reintroduces the Byzantine generals problem, which Bitcoin was designed to solve in the first place. It's absolutely hilarious. So talking about hilarious, let's have a look at TX Street and let's have a look at these median fees. Look at this, the median fee on Ethereum is now $94 and on Coolcoin it's 39 cents. Remember the name, or Coolcoin's name, will have to be changing soon, probably to Coolcoin or something like that, because it's now no longer going to be able to use the name Bitcoin, because it's not. The protocol has been changed fundamentally. Ethereum median fee just went up to $113. That's absolutely hilarious. Oh, should we have a quick comment from Vitalik? So, Vitalik, what do you say to your transaction fees at $116?
The Internet of Money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
5 cents a transaction is kind of absurd. I'm looking at 130 here, mate. Oh, dear. And the M1 money stock, let's have a quick look at this. This looks to remind us of the shit show that we're in. Look at the state of that. So in 1960 there was $140 billion in circulation. By 2010 it had gone to $2 trillion. By 2020 it had gone to $4 trillion. And then in just a few months it's gone over $16 trillion. Dear oh dear. And if you're wondering why they're going around trying to jab everybody, that's the reason right there. You think I'm joking? Let's have a look at CoinGecko. Look at this. So we've got a price of $149. How are we feeling about it today? Look at that price increase. Feeling good. 66. Is that it? Dear oh dear. I always feel good about Bitcoin. And BitPing. Let's have a look at this quickly. How many countries and what is the money flow per hour currently? Currently 54 cents. How many countries? 59. Very good. Loving that. Bitcoin network all around the world. And the morning run. So again, stay away from this, people. Move fast and break stuff does not mean breaking the law, of which all these shitcoin tokens do. The only genuine digital commodity is Bitcoin, which is BSV, and we have about 113,000. No, it's more than that. Good grief. That is 1,134,914 purchases over the last 24 hours. That has rocketed up. That's rocketed up. Wow. Look at that. Watch this space is all I can say to that. My goodness. So live coin watch. Let's have a look at this then. So we've got $146 price. Look at that price increase. Look at that just since the results of the court case came out. Wow. And the depth chart, so we've got 5.7 million bids versus 5.2 million asks. Number going up right now. Loving that. Oof, definitely going to have that as my thumbnail for this show. Very good. Right, let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Look at that over a 2-day period. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it. Don't be shy. Look at that. Look at that. Loving that. And let's have a look at Coolcoin versus USD. Oh, struggling there. Struggling there. Look, trying to keep up with the genuine Bitcoin. Oh dear. And let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Look at that. Oh, this is Bitcoin versus Coolcoin. Come on. Look at dirty traders selling out. You know, that's all it is. And let's have a look at the entire shitcoin market. Oh, look, Coolcoin back over 50,000 according to this piece of crap. But look at all these digital protocols. Absolutely none of them have any fundamental value whatsoever. They are literally digital pieces of crap. The only genuine digital commodity is Bitcoin, which is BSV, and it's down here at number 58. Wonder where that'll be tomorrow morning. Currently yours for $147. The genuine Bitcoin. Absolutely sensational, and we know it's potentially worth millions. Let's have a look at Twitch new users. Here we go. So on Acorn Stack, here we go. New users over 24 hours. Again, these figures should change rapidly, I think. New users 22. Keep your eye on that. And users in total 60,961. Very good. Let's have a look at Ruth Eastman's epic tweet. Where are we now? 1,190. That should be tens of thousands. Literally tens of thousands. That has got to be one of the most suppressed tweets ever. You can overcome your distaste for CSW at $100 BSV, $1,000 BSV, or a $10,000 BSV. It's up to you. Absolutely love it. Love it. Let's have a look at stablecoin printer that's not very stable about. Oh, what's this? 24 hours. USDT Tether. 21 hours ago, printed $1 billion. Look at that. They are desperate to keep Coolcoin afloat because it's the only thing that keeps number go up. Oh dear. Let's have a look at whale alerts. I mean, there are going to be so many shenanigans coming sooner or later. Let's see what's going on. This should send the market into turmoil. So 34 minutes, 36 minutes, 39. What's this? 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Any big movements? What's this? 2,000 BTC moved. $97 million. What's this? $100 million from the for a USDT transfer from unknown wallet to the Tether Treasury. Oh dear, oh dear. There's going to be all hands on deck for those fools. 6,000 BTC, $290 million moved, transferred from Coinbase to unknown wallet. Where's that going to go to? An OTC counter, maybe. 6 hours ago, look at this. Yeah, big movements, BTC, all that big. 7 hours, and more 15,000 BTC moves, $731 million. Wow. And more 15,000 BTC moved. 1,000 BTC, $48 million. My goodness. My goodness. Now let's get through this anyway. It's 11 hours, 12 hours. Yeah, so there probably wouldn't have been too much before. 14 hours. Yeah. 16 hours. Any tether prints? It was tether prints 21 hours ago. That's what we're looking for. Where is it? 5th of December. Oh, there it is. So they printed $1 billion. $1 billion just yesterday. Absolutely insane. Desperate to keep Coolcoin BTC afloat. These shitcoiners have no idea what's coming. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, there we go. It looks like we're up to date with the figures. Hope you enjoyed the show. Shout out to Keith Fellows in the chat box. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. We'll catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.